Okay, this is the Chibi tutorial that I said I was going to do, so yeah, I'm just going to say sorry for being super awkward because I'm really bad at like thinking what to say and stuff like that. I'm going to go a lot and have creaky pauses where I forget to do it completely, but hopefully it'll be alright, and sorry if it's too long as well. So anyway, I've already started like the head shape because I just sort of did it without thinking, and I was like, oh great, I forgot to record. But anyway, I've got this. I basically, like, to summarise, I just did a circle and then this weird shape, which is really hard to explain and it's probably not very helpful, but it's kind of like a right angle, I guess. Like, you could simplify it and just make it to a right angle if you're practicing, but then that bit's like kind of like softened off, because when I'm drawing stuff I tend up to like soften all the angles and stuff to make it super squishy, and yeah, so that's basically what that is that I did just now. So I'm just going to pick up off from here by rubbing out this bit. I'm not going to make it like super clean because I want to like be quick and stuff, and I've lost my brush. So yeah, but even when I'm doing like my actual, like, for drawings, I don't like do line art or sketches or anything. I just like go straight draw the straight things. So usually, like, if this was normal, I would just make all this like really clean and some agent erasing stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna just draw the eyes. I struggle with everything, but I struggle to make eyes symmetrical, so I'm just gonna show really quickly the eyes, and then I'm gonna draw a Louis to make it one eye. Yeah, so basically, because it's like 3/4, one of the eyes is like squished up, and I always find that like the closer in, like looking like to the side, that you draw one of the pupils, the cuter it looks. So basically what I just do is draw like an arc like that, and then another line coming down from it, kind of parallel, and then it sort of curves in a little bit, and then you soften that bit around as well, and then you pull this bit in as well, and that kind of makes the eye shape. Sometimes I like to do that, make it like a full eye, like it would be like that here, but I don't know, I tend not to do that anymore. I used to a lot. Anyway, yeah, so kind of just do that, and then make sure that bit's not sticking out too much, it's kind of weird. A lot of it is just kind of playing around, because even, well, I don't know, I'm not really like still stuck on the style. I change it a lot, and everything looks kind of different, and I move things around and rotate things, and it's kind of wild, but you know, it's all about experimenting and making things look worse and making things look bigger. Just doing what you want, really. It's all good. This is kind of a redundant tutorial, but we'll discuss that at the end when you finish watching it. So I'm sorry, I just play around a lot and try and get things to look how I want them to in my head, which never really happens. But there you go. Anyway, no, not anyway. I'm just gonna move it up a bit. Yeah. The flippy thing, this is like my best friend, but like the kind of the best friend that also degrades you and tells you everything's terrible, because it helps you point out your mistakes a lot, and I would recommend like using it a super hell of a lot, even if like you don't want to face the fact that you've got to fix stuff, because it does make it is worth it. Sometimes like you get this case where it looks better one way and then it looks bad the other way, but then it looks bad that way when you switch it back, and that's kind of like an issue, but you know, usually it's quite good. And yeah, so I just sort of altering the cheek line to make the eye like look better, so it sort of curves in a little bit where the eye is, and then curves out for the cheek, so it's all chubby and squishy. Not too much though, because that would suck as well. And yep, we're just playing around and fixing this bit here. Generally, I make the headline completely flat, but sometimes I put a chin in, but I don't think I'm gonna do that today. So yeah, I make the heads too big a lot. Even though it's chibi, like I see lots of chibis where the heads like that, and the forehead's like that, and it's like faces down here, and it's like yo. That's how I kind of used to draw when I was like 12 or whatever. But I kind of like stay away from it now because I think it's really weird. Even like this is going too big. I wish my eraser rubbed out faster. But yeah. Anyway, so that's the first eye done. Yeah. I'm gonna have to really ignore the fact that this isn't gonna be the best because like I'm such a perfectionist. But yeah. Second eye I'm just gonna do really quickly because he does have an eye, but you know. Because it takes me so long to draw the second eye, and I guess like lots of people feel the same way because second eyes are awful. But basically for the second eye, because I do them if I'm in the mood or if I have to and I'm forced and I just do it for ages. Basically the second eye is exactly the same as the first one, except it's mildly rounder, wider, and the pupil is obviously wider, or whatever you call that bit, iris, like, yeah, and it's difficult to get it to look the same, like that is gross, but that's where this thing comes in handy because it's much easier to tell and you can just do that or whatever you have to do to get it to work. But we're not going to worry about that today, so we're going to get rid of that. Ooh, bye-bye. And we're going to replace it with a big old blob. It's kind of like hard to describe how I draw clothes and stuff, or like accessories or whatever, because I literally don't even think about it. I just do it. Like the way I draw eye patches now is like more or less exactly the same as I did like 50 years ago. Well, not 50, what the hell, not 50. Like 5 years ago. It's exactly the same. It hasn't really developed, I just kind of do it. And maybe that's an issue, but you know. Probably put some background music or something so that it's not just awkward silence, but hopefully you might do that. Yeah, so that's eye patch. It probably, like, in reality, that's not really covering the entire eye, but, you know, such a good attitude to have, by the way. Yeah, so, next, I usually draw them out, like, sometimes I do noses, but I kind of decide if I'm going to do a nose or not after I've done the mouth. So, I'm just going to do, like, a cute little cat sort of mouth. Like that, but like sad cat, not like happy cat. I don't know what his expression is. I probably should have thought about what I was going to draw before I drew it. But, you know, this is just made up, so it's probably going to suck. And oh my god, it looks like he has like double chin now. It's great. Goodbye. Okay. I still haven't decided whether to draw a nose or not. Usually at this point I've sort of decided, but I'm struggling today. Best thing to do is probably just draw, I guess, and just fix stuff. And move the mouth down kind of a bit. Yep, I didn't even change that. Okay, anyway, so nose. No, I think I'm not gonna go for nose. One. Maybe? I don't know. I wish this was actually live stream so I could ask people, but yeah, I think I'll keep it in because generally once you draw the nose in, it looks weird when it's not there. So I'm gonna just keep it in, and then I'll do that. So yeah, my chibi style changes like so much because there's like stuff like this where it's like sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't, but it's not really a bad thing like if your style changes because I don't know, it's just fun to like draw stuff in different ways. Otherwise it gets boring, so it's all good. Don't freak out, or maybe I'm the only one freaking out. But yeah. So then ear is just like a circly thing. Like that. Like a sort of a C shape, I guess. But generally I just connect that bit to there, so yeah. And I'm gonna give him like a sad expression, something like that. Just to make the now it's making more sense. There we go. Okay, so that's basically the face. Sometimes I do the pupil in the eye and like a little highlight, but I don't know. I could go for that today, I guess. I'll do it. I'll do it. And I'm gonna move. I keep trying to move the face down. Gosh. Yep. I'm still like, obviously, I'm like a noob still, so I make lots of mistakes and stuff like that, but you know, whatever.